Welcome to the You Heard podcast with your hosts, Ben, Joe, and CB. We're here to cover everything related to Miami Hurricanes football, from hot topics to pre- and post-game analysis.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end. We'll talk about it.
No, let's talk about that right now because he completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like,
I mean, what did you say? What are we talking about, son?
Get into it. I felt
Keeping it a buck.
You heard?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You see it. You see it. Hey, merch all day. How y'all boys doing, man? Joe always got to stand up and okay. All right. Okay, there it is. Yep. I like how he just doesn't say nothing when he's on video. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. People see it. People see it.
Hey.
Hey, we have full strength. The squad is here. CB is frozen. Looking like
frozen.
You know,
Obviously in a new crib.
Yeah, there it is. Cool.
Still working.
Cool running. Cool runnings.
Removed to a remote part of Houston, and now
He is here. The squad is
My
here.
room is a mess, y'all.
Yeah.
My collection room is still a mess. I haven't gotten anything up yet, so it's still a mess.
You're
Not quite set up.
You're gonna need shelves. You're gonna need shelves on top of shelves on top of shelves. Man,
Yeah,
that's
that
Floor to
basically,
ceiling bookcases.
basically that whole wall back there is gonna be shelves. So all the stuff's just gonna be
it's gonna have to be.
I'm rocking that
CB.
invisible visor. Apparently,
CB, I want to ask you something real quick.
Harry Potter, I see you.
I'm not talking about it. I'm not talking about it. Don't ask me. I said the same thing all year about the dude. Y'all know what I'm about to say.
No, I want to ask you about a place in Houston, and have you ever been there or heard of it?
Oh man,
It's called Glory Cuisines.
Momsies, if you're listening, please say something. I'm Glory. Damn. I work in a shop with a bunch of dudes who make a bunch of inappropriate jokes. So the first thing that came to my mind, I won't say on the podcast.
Oh my
monetization.
gosh!
The
Look
pause-
at
the
this
pause
dude.
is-
What are we
the pause is
talking
bad.
about? Can we
The
just?
pause is bad. If we're keeping it a buck, the pause is bad. He goes, Glory. I was like, wait a second, where is this going?
Glory Cuisine.
Never mind. Let's
I've never
talk.
heard of it. What part of Houston is it in though? Because when you say Houston, Joe, like for people that don't live here, they think Houston is just like a small city, bro. Houston could be 2 hours from inside of Houston.
That's crazy.
989 Rheingold.
Nah, that's nowhere near me. I've never heard of it. What kind of food is it?
It looks like.
Also, are you going to Houston soon?
Food, soul food type.
tofu. Pass.
Speaking of
Soul
food,
food, seafood, soul food type.
Soul food.
Oh,
Okay.
tofu. Okay.
It looks like it's up north, CB, like off of 40.
Sherbet flavored?
sherbet
Joe.
flavored.
Joe, he came through with the disappointment.
Nah, it's gummies. You know, it's gummies.
Sherbet
Gummies
flavored.
ain't terrible.
What is sherbet?
Oh, there we go.
There it is. That's my doubt. He came back strong. There it is.
Got the Naruto chips.
Got the now. Pink salt potato. That don't sound bad though.
I guess pink
No.
salt is okay.
Yeah, pink salt's not bad right there.
That's Himalayan salt, ain't it?
Yeah.
Scrambled egg. All right.
All right, you done fucked up now. I don't know.
Yeah, he
Some
went
scrambled egg.
bronze, silver, gold. I mean,
man.
he came back strong there at the end. He came back strong at the end.
Okay, man.
Scrambled egg.
All right, man. Let's get this madness trying to in order, man. How y'all boys doing, man? Poke, how you doing? How's
I
everything?
think I discovered the secret to weight loss.
Yeah.
Just go out and mow your yard. Just go out and mow your yard in this weather.
Bro, it is stupid. It is disgustingly hot, man. It is disrespectful. It is real stupid how hot it is.
Yeah, we
And
over
it's
the
only
hundreds
gonna get
already.
worse. Fam, we've cleared the hundreds. Yeah, we've cleared the hundreds just with humidity. It could be 70 degrees. That humidity gonna be 115 though.
Yeah, it was like 90% humidity. Okay.
Yeah, it's stupid. CB, welcome back. I see you got the chain on. I think you doing some sneak dissing. You doing some sneak dissing this Friday evening, Sunday evening. How you doing, brother? It's good to have you back.
I'm in a good mood. I'm back on the podcast. I've made Joe's blood pressure go up. I got coffee, bad snacks, water. I'm just happy. I'm just happy.
Joe, how you doing, brother?
I love it.
Yeah, man, it was good.
I love it.
And it's House of the Dragon night.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Team Black.
None about that right there.
Team Black.
Joe don't know nothing of Joe been Team Black since birth though, so he already.
You haven't seen any? Have you seen the original Game of Thrones, Joe?
Is it The Wire? Is that what you said? Oh no.
No.
Did I say a complete other show?
Did I hear The Wire or did I
say
anything
in it? Did anything I said had a W remotely
did
in
you
that?
say Avon Bell or did you say Stringer?
I said, have you seen Game of Thrones? He was like, we on the gangster shit or not? No. This is
talking about Baltimore or talking about somewhere else? Okay. My bad. I didn't.
You haven't seen the original? Wifey neither? No?
Yeah, no.
No.
I feel like you would like
I
feel like you would
Why do you feel like I would like Game of Thrones? Tell me why I would like Game of Thrones.
Real quick. It's essentially somebody took cameras to the block in New York, right?
It's what? Say that one more time. You cut out.
It's like someone took cameras to the block in New York. Everybody vying for their spot, right?
Okay.
The Kingpin dies. The Kingpin dies.
Okay.
Everybody that got their little spot feel like they should be the next Kingpin.
Okay.
And it's all the drama that goes down with that.
Okay.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good description.
1300 with dragons, though, bro. We back. You know what I'm saying? Ain't we back there? We way back there.
We back in medieval times.
Put it like this. Jaws was optional.
Okay.
Back there. You know what I'm saying? Jaws was optional. Everybody ain't have draws back there.
Everybody had something to sign, and that's all you were going to be. You know what I mean? Like that was you were gonna be that, your kids are gonna be that. I'm just saying, where the position that you were was what you were over there.
Dragon.
Okay.
Mandalorian was on the show, right? He facing the biggest dude in the history of the world, almost got him killed, but then he felt the need to taunt a little bit too much. And then he got his head exploded like a pea.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
I'm really surprised that you haven't.
I'll stumble upon it one day.
Anarchy, Joe?
C Smooth says CB line. Lying again with those. It's not like that.
Why he call it out?
Straight medievals and brothers liking sisters. Yeah, that's.
Oh, they just ain't liking their sisters either. They ain't just liking them.
I appreciate you.
It's full
I can't remember what state I was driving through once where I went to a gas station. They sold the brand of pork rinds that they fry them in oil and infuse extract of jalapenos and habanero.
Oh yeah, that sounds really good.
Hey, Smooth, send me a DM on Twitter just in case I unfollow you, so I can unfollow you.
Good looking out, son. Good looking out.
Let me make sure you know who this is.
I appreciate you looking out, man. He trying to get me roped in.
I'm a little shocked about that. But yeah. Other than that,
I am not shocked about that at all. I'm not shocked about that at all whatsoever.
Yeah. That's something wifey would be forced him to watch or something. Sons of Anarchy? No, Joe. Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah, I've been on that. My shit right now is before we get to football, everybody's like, "Yo, talk ball." The Bear right now is my shit. That show is incredible.
Should I watch that? I've been hearing people talk about that.
Yes,
Man,
absolutely.
that show
So good.
Show goes blurry. Joe goes blurry. That's why when we talk
but
to
we
the
didn't have to see his
TV,
crotch
and we
because of it.
we get derailed, this camera goes fuck this
That's
out.
what happens when people lie about Game of Thrones. The shit goes blurry.
We get a crotch shot?
His camera got a black job. That's what that is. It just gave up right there. That's
Maybe
just
we
wild.
should do that every week though. What we're currently watching. That'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, yo, The Bear is the shit, bro. The Bear is the best show currently on television.
No, it's
100%.
yeah,
Is there a bear on it? Is there a man that turns into a bear? Is there a bear like?
No, it had nothing.
no,
That has nothing to do with it. Yeah, go ahead.
Imagine if I was trying to sell this man on Game of Thrones and there's no throne.
A brief description of the bear, please.
He's a Michelin star chef that goes back to take over his brother's Italian beef diner in Chicago after his brother dies. So he's trying to turn it into
like a family. Just it's more like the family dynamic and all that shit. Yo,
it's
like,
wild.
Has to be some gangster shit. Did his brother get killed?
Is there dragons or is there magic?
No, he didn't get killed. No.
He just died
he didn't
regularly. He just died.
No, he didn't die regularly. No. Yeah,
you have an enemy who's he doing?
It has to be something.
There's no gang shit. There's no gang. There's nothing gang in this.
No.
There's no dragon.
Someone
doing
his verses.
So you know what I'm saying? You gotta let them cook, son. You gotta let them cook.
Chicago, son. Does Tommy come out? Does he
But he not real shit, right? Like he used magic to cook the shit. It's like something. What's the twist?
No, that happened. No, he doesn't. He doesn't use dragon glass to cut the steak. None of that, son.
Why is he? You watch it? Why is it called the Bear? Is there a reason it's called the Bear?
His last name's Berzotto, so it's his nickname.
I was gonna say conceptually that means something different.
So it's a good old, just home fashion, old fashioned.
It's a slice of life anime. Y'all for my anime friends out there, it's a slice of life anime.
No, it's straight chaos. Every episode is complete mayhem.
Really?
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's madness. Yeah.
You poisoning the food and shit?
No,
man, ain't no red wedding, fam. What do you son? Like, no, ain't nothing like that. It's the drama of the kitchen and all the other shit. Yo, like the character development. Just watch the show. Watch the show.
What year? What year is this set in? Is this
current?
I said it's currently. He did not die regularly. For the record, I said that he did not die regularly. That is not a regular way to go. All right, man. Everybody said
I have not been persuaded on this show.
Oh no, you gonna watch it and you gonna be watch the first episode.
Just go catch a trailer, man. You'll like it.
Yeah, sound like the episodes. There's a Thanksgiving episode. There's a Thanksgiving episode that might send you into some dark shit on that one, bro. That Thanksgiving episode.
I was stressed out that whole episode.
So I couldn't breathe that episode.
It's pretty hard to cut in right now. I got dragons and Sith Lords, and you trying to make me watch a bear cook. But he's not a bear.
What if the bear can cook? You know what I'm saying? What if the bear can cook?
I'd pull up for that. No, everyone keeps saying it's really good, so I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
It's good.
I hear about
everyone that's here watching and listening, this is a Hurricanes podcast. Just want to put that out there.
We're about to see the colors. We're about to cook
like the bear. We're about to cook like the bear.
I don't know. It's the bear cook.
So it's gonna be one of those things where like it's one piece of steak and then like a leaf on it with sauce on the side. That's basically what we're about to give you.
We got some crystal ball. We got some crystal balls.
We got some crystal balls.
We got some crystal balls.
Yeah, SJ. I can't say your last name, so I'm not even gonna try to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The number one interior offensive lineman in the country. After we got the number 2 interior offensive lineman in the country, got fong bombed to the U. But that's been a long. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of been like a poorly kept secret. This is one. Bishop Gorman to the U is a pipeline. It's a real movement. So we keeping it moving. The one thing I do appreciate that this staff does not take for granted that just like, hey man, so and so came to the U. Now we're gonna recruit the hell out of you to come to Miami, just like we did. Got that Brevin Jordan, just like we did Elijah Lofton. You know what I'm saying? And on down the line. There's no
I
sleep
forget
on
his
the
name, but
staff.
they were recruiting a receiver from Bishop Gorman for a while too. Big tall kid, Cameron something or another.
Cameron something.
Big,
Yeah, I think I remember the name.
6'5", 6'6".
I think he's the one that just decommitted from Ole Miss. Isn't it? Because there's a player that
he's
just
from Utah. That kid is from Utah.
What?
He was the number one player in Utah, the receiver that just decommitted from Ole Miss.
Okay. Yeah, he might be coming down to check us out. So he's, you know what I'm saying, like probably during the summer. So yeah, man. All right, let's go back. Let's rewind.
We're not gonna talk receivers today, so let's just talk about something else.
We'll stay away from that. All right, we had a big time. We had two big time commits after our last show. Chris Ewald and Herbert III Scroggins. Let's start with Chris Ewald, man. It was a little shaky, but it wasn't really. Not if you knew, you knew. You know what I'm saying? If you saw the smile on episode 3, on the last episode, you knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? Kind of the dead give was terrible. We can't have him back on before a big commit because it's kind of tell us already.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Chris Ewald committed to Miami. Let's go around. Joe, starting with you. How you feeling about the commitment?
Another Chaminade guy, man. Another guy who knows how to play football. You know what I mean? He's been coached very well. He knows how to play the position. He's a little bit out of the, I guess, the ordinary that the staff likes. He doesn't play multiple sports. He doesn't play multiple positions. He's a corner. He's a true corner. Like he can move inside and outside, yes, but he's a corner. And he plays the corner well. He's technically sound, very technically sound, extremely technically sound. And good size, 6 foot, 5'11", 6 foot, you know what I mean? Maybe 6'1".
165.
Yeah, he'll obviously get bigger, but again, he was at Chaminade, man. He was guarding JoJo. He was guarding Jeremiah in practice, man. He was guarding all the top receivers that they play on their national schedule. You know what I mean? So he knows how to play. He knows how to play that position, man. So I'm very happy with that commit.
All right.
Now
before we get to Florida, Pope, go ahead.
One of the best man coverage corners in the country too. Probably the best in Broward and down in South Florida. Real good length, and like Joe said, he's got good size, and he's a lockdown corner. You're going to see a lot of once he grows and starts getting into the college game. You're going to see a lot of comparisons to DP with him.
Yep. All right. CB, what you got, man?
To echo everything that was said, he's a really good man corner, press man, off man. What he may not have in like raw size, he's not 6'3", you know, but he's good size, really long arms. Like he's got really good long arms. And how to use them. That goes back to that technique. You know what I'm saying? He understands how to use his arms as an asset, how to use the sideline as an asset. And we're talking about a dude that is left on an island. Like no ifs, ands, or buts. If you put on his tape, ain't no help out there, ain't no help over the top. They got their assignments to do. Like this is a dude that had to see Brandon Ennis one-on-one when Ewald was a sophomore. Like he's through the fire. You know what I'm saying? We say it all the time, whether it's 7-on-7 or whether it's, you know, the full season. These DBs out here are battle tested, bro. Like this young man that plays for DEFCON 7-on-7, and when you talk about the elite 7-on-7 teams, it's the DEFCONs, it's the Raws, it's SFEs, but then you look at, okay, if he plays on DEFCON, then you look at SFE's roster and Raw's roster and Trillium Boys. These are all the receivers he plays against: the Joshua Moores, the Dallas Wilsons, the Malachi Toney, the Jamie Frenches, the Vernell Browns. Like,
well, I mean, look who he went up against in practice every day too: Jeremiah Smith, JoJo Trader. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's. I think it was a really good pickup, especially for what I like from corners. I'm not a zone guy. I'm gonna let you get torched if that's what is gonna happen today, kind of guy.
Neither is Guidry, buddy. Guidry's not a zone guy either, baby.
Not at all.
I like man. he is your prototypical press man corner. He is physical at the line of scrimmage. It's not just that he will get up there and has the recovery speed if you can't get a step on him, but he does have the recovery speed. He's got good ball skills. What I like about him, you get the run support from Ewald. You get a corner that is not afraid to shed a block and then get his nose dirty in the run. Like so that to me, that's one of the big things because you got another guy like that here with Damari. I like that mold. I know it's great to have ball hawks, to have guys that are receivers, but for me at corner, I want a guy that has sound technique and is also not too pretty to get his nose dirty. And Ewald's supposed to.
Yeah, so obviously echo everything y'all said for sure. Just to add, if people look at his weight, which is probably wrong now. He probably weighs a little bit more, probably closer to 175, 180. He's a physical corner. Like he's not his size, his weight doesn't determine. Like he's not a pretty bump up. He's gonna lock you down. He's gonna like you said, he's gonna come in and run support. Yeah, so he's a great pickup, man. I said it on the chat he was coming. Yeah, I said it in the on the pod weeks ago, maybe over a month ago. He was coming. Was never worried about it. So that's another one. And there's another one coming up this week that we'll get into. I don't think we want to talk about that just yet because that's big time. You know what I'm saying? There's another defensive back coming up, but yeah, it's a big pickup for Chris Ewald. The fourth, I believe is believe.
Well, there's one committing tonight. He's just not going to be Kane, but from American Heritage, Gregory Zay Thomas.
Good luck to him. Wish him all the best in his future.
I'm on. So if y'all see me looking at my phone constantly, it's because there's committing tonight.
Yeah, wish him all the best in his future endeavors. I think Wallace is our new striker. Amari Wallace is being recruited as
I like him, man. I like Amari Wallace.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
He ain't afraid to hit either. He ain't afraid to hit.
Yeah, he'll come up and smack you in the face, bro.
Yeah.
So that's central. That's central.
So Scroggins, what's y'all's thoughts on Scroggins coming out of Savannah, Georgia?
Talk about it. Talk about it.
That boy been like crazy. First of all, the first step
Beckham,
that man been like Reuben Bain. He been like Gumby. You got to be old enough to understand that one. But just a pass rusher's pass rusher, bro. Like first step crazy. Quick feet. He does that newer. He's got some of those newer pass rush moves that you see guys use where they're more so like basketball crossovers. So he hits you with that 1-2 jab step, put an offensive lineman on skates. But what's really impressive is when the big guys do get hands on him, the way he dips and maintains balance, turning the corner with that kind of bend and athleticism. It's crazy. You make up so much time because you're obviously taking a shorter line to the quarterback and all that maths. But yeah, he's a fantastic pass rusher. He's just as strong against the run too. Like I don't want to say he's just a third down guy. He's really good against the
great
run.
Pursuit, great pursuit, great motor. Yeah.
From backside, he's chasing down these runs, hand in the dirt. 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot. They even flex him out. He's on the slot in coverage. Like he's the real deal. He is the real deal.
Brian, don't worry about it. Once you catch the beginning of the show, it's all good, brother. We just you know what I'm saying? It is what it is on that one. We have a great time here. We got to like football at like the I don't even know when the 18-minute mark. But yeah, man. Look, I gave y'all the comp who I thought he reminded me of. Who he reminds me of, not who he's gonna be. Like I don't do the projection shit. Cam Wake to me. You know what I mean? Cam Wake, like that same kind of body size. I actually looked up Cam Wake. The same size, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was basically roughly the same size, around 6'3". And mind you, that's Cam Wake full grown man. It was 6'3", 265. Herbert Scroggins is 17 years old, 6'3", 235.
With a grown man name as well.
With a grown-ass man name,
Can
bro.
we talk about it? Can we talk about it?
I mean, we got to.
That name got hard bottoms on, bro.
Norman, appreciate so much for doing, man. We try to have a great time here on You Heard, man. Appreciate you. Appreciating us, brother. Thank you so much for the dono, man. Yeah, we got to talk about Herbert, right? You got, like, that is he's walking in with like a polo tucked into khakis type shit, right? Like that's what he wore for his commitment, right? Like a polo.
Stacey Adams cleat.
Yeah,
on the Stacey Adams.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna have like prescription goggles, right? Like because he wears glasses, so he's gonna have prescription goggles. You know how nasty that's gonna be when a dude hits you and he's gotta fix his goggles. Son, he's gonna be hold on, wait, I didn't see you clearly. Yeah,
Eric Dickerson was running people up with the goggles on.
Nasty.
No gloves, no sleeves,
nothing.
Straight up.
Just bare arms, bare hands, nothing, man.
Just people like that.
Just going,
just
fucking dirt. Just
football players like Jamal Williams. What was it? The running back for the Ravens. Jamal.
For the Ravens.
Yeah, for the Ravens.
Was he a running back?
Yeah, Jamal something.
Yeah. He played at Tennessee.
I forgot.
He played at Tennessee too.
No gloves, no, bro. Yeah. Football players like that worry me, bro. When I used to go on the field and you see somebody on the field with no gloves, no nothing, his shit not even tucked in, his shit loose. He got the school issue with white socks, not even no aura whatsoever. Bust your shit in.
Glory South means Jamal Lewis.
Jamal Lewis used to run people over, son. He was a wrecking.
Ashy knees, ashy elbows.
Yeah,
football pants for game day be dirty.
You know what, CB? Mark Walton used to do that shit. No sleeves, no nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah. Just he finna bust your shit in. He ain't here to do nothing else but play football today. He don't care about none of that.
Reggie White style, man. Reggie White never wore sleeves or gloves or nothing either, man.
Yeah, he had like tape around his like knuckles, and he had tape around like his fingers. But that's about.
He would just throw people, man.
Yeah, that Herbert. Come on, Herbert. Yo, you getting knocked off by a dude named Herbert he's a problem. Yo, watch the tape. Like we always tell you, I don't listen to none of these recruiting shows. Just watch it for your own enjoyment, man. The dude is crazy. Pursuit is bananas. So yeah, Joe, what you think about it, man? Before we move on.
Yeah, man, we're continuing to widen the net in Georgia, man, and that's
Savannah, Savannah specifically.
That's very
There's
important.
another one that's in
and
Savannah.
He's very cool with somebody else out there, man. He's very cool with somebody else, man. But yeah, he's like CB said, man. Everything CB said, he's a pass rusher, but he also holds up against the run, man. And his arms, another guy, his arms are massively long, man. So he knows how to use his length to keep linemen off of him and create that separation and make the play. And like you said, Ben, he's relentless in his pursuit, and he's disciplined. I think he went to isn't he at like a military school or something like that?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Better
very disciplined
college.
He comes to do work, man. So yeah, I can't wait to see this dude, man. Yeah,
he kind of a surprise too. Shout out to the staff, man, because he kind of flew under the radar. Like you didn't really hear anything about him or nothing, and then all of a sudden he pops up and we're like, oh shit, who's this dude? Yeah. I like this guy.
He has friends in high places too, man. So you know
he does. Yeah, absolutely.
He's making moves. He does.
Doing a really good job in the state of Georgia lately. If we're going to be on this, Luke comes from Georgia. They've been doing a lot of, especially if you look at the 2026 class too, with like Aaron Gregory, who if y'all were annoyed with how much I talked about Drake Stubs in this class, get ready for Aaron Gregory in the 2026 class, people. But you see Mario starting to stretch that influence out there. And with every class, we're seeing more earlier offers from the state of Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Not just like the later ones. We're seeing some of the first ones to come out of six or some guys from Georgia. So it's cool to see once Mario establishes a foothold, it could be a kid that he don't even get. If he had a relationship with somebody in your state, he coming back.
Listen, that transfer portal's real too. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna keep recruiting you, that transfer portal is real. Like there's certain states that you have to infiltrate, man. You gotta Florida, of course, Georgia. It's hard as fuck to infiltrate Texas. it's hard as shit to infiltrate Texas if you're not a Texas school. You know what I mean? And then you got California.
It's hard for the ones that's not UT.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
That's something people real quick, because we were talking about this real quick for people who don't understand this. When you look at Texas, I think people outside of Texas look at it like Florida, and they go, okay, there's the big three. There's Florida, Florida State, Miami. So you got Texas, Texas A&M, and Texas Tech. It is not like that here.
It's Texas.
The big three is
Texas.
It's Texas.
The way you look at A&M, yeah. The way you look at A&M, Tech, Baylor is UCF, USF, FAU, FIU. That's how you look at them. If you're not from those cities, if you're not from College Station, you're not an A&M fan. And if you live outside of College Station and you're an A&M fan, your parents went to A&M. You just moved. So that's why when people be like, how come Texas get everybody? Because 98% of the kids grow up wanting to go to UT here in this state. Like, that's why. So it's a little different. Now they all got the same bread. Like, don't get it twisted. Texas Tech got the same kind of bread. It's just
SMU got bread.
SMU got bread too. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Everybody here got money. Like, U of H got money. Like, let's keep it a buck. The problem with U of H is it's in the middle of the hood. It's in Third Ward. So when a parent take their kid down to U of H, they look around like, what is going on here? Like, TSU is across the street, and like but anyway, because I'll be seeing people like, how come Texas get everybody? It's because they have their pick of the litter. They literally do. If they want a kid, they get him. It's that simple. And the only ones they don't, you've grown up in a Texas Tech family or an A&M family. OU does better here than any other of the Texas schools. Like, it's Texas and then it's OU.
Yeah. That's just out of spite because Texas didn't come in early enough on those kids, and that's why they end up going to OU. That's really what it is. And that old rivalry, you know what I'm saying? Like, that old rivalry is a legacy. You know what I'm saying? You get to play in it for the OU side. If your pops was an OU fan, that's big time, man. That's big time.
It's real too.
All right.
Like, real.
One thing we were talking about, CB, before we jumped on in the pre-show, or not really the pre-show, just the whatever we do. Just waiting to hit live, really. We were talking about what we touched on lightly on the last show when Joe held it down. Shout out to my brother Joe. Is the analysts having the ability to become coaches, right? And one thing I wanted to ask y'all, this is something that, like, literally the idea went off in my head while we were talking about it. The importance of that with the keeping the same lingo and language and schemes going throughout the years, right? So when the coordinator gets, you know what I'm saying, gets a head coaching job, the coach, the wide receiver coach moves up. I'm saying that next guy, that wide receiver assistant, that next guy's already there. Almost like in soccer and football, you have academies, right? Where like you're teaching the same skill set, so when they make it to the top level club, you know what I'm saying, they're already prepared. And I know we talked about it last time, but I don't think we brought up that idea. So now you have analysts on staff that can grow, you know what I'm saying, that can grow into those positions without you having to hire out, that already know the standard that, you know what I'm saying, your coach sets forth, and then the head coach sets forth, and the plan. So what y'all think about that? Poke, we'll start with you.
No, that's big time, because we got some analysts on staff that could
don't say names,
go be coaches almost anywhere. Ed Pata.
Yeah. I just literally said don't say names. Like I said that.
I mean, come on. These guys.
They know. Everybody knows. The rest of the country knows too. Like, you know what I'm saying? They know.
Facts.
But yeah, just the amount of experience that they can bring along with it. Like you said, you know, one guy leaving, you know, to take another spot somewhere else, any one of those guys can easily step in and take over a position coach position. Because, I mean, the experience and the amount of camaraderie and rapport they've built with the players and, you know, with all the rest of the staff to this point is just, I mean, it's just a natural fit.
Facts. Big Joe, what you got, brother?
Yeah, I think it's definitely vital, man. These recruits, they deal with the recruiting staff way more than they deal with the coaches, right? So a Coach Cooney, a Coach Pata, they can just seamlessly step in and take over, and you can assure the young man that nothing's going to change, with his recruitment, because Coach Pat is going to take over, or Coach D. Nick is going to take over, or KB is going to take over. You know what I mean? So, it's great for continuity. It's great that everybody speaks the same language in the building. Like Clemson has been doing it for years, right? They just move, Coach Venables leaves, and then they move whoever was coaching under Coach Venables up to the coordinator, and they really haven't lost a step on the defensive side of the ball. Like their defense is still good, So,
yep.
Yeah, man. I think it's good. I think it's a good thing. I think that was one rare good decision that the fucking NCAA made recently. You know what I mean?
Yeah. CB, what you think
Dabo,
about it? How you feeling about it?
Nobody. Dabo don't believe in spending money. Dabo believe only people supposed to get money out of Clemson is him and God.
Yeah.
So Dabo
Yeah,
but it's working. Like, to Joe's credit, though, you can be cheap and then have a trash coach staff. He's cheap, but he coaches up the whole tree so that when one branch falls off, I ain't paying nobody. He's just gonna step up. I think it works and it doesn't, because I do think analyst is a skill set in its own, and everyone are not position coaches. Just because you're an analyst doesn't mean you could be a position coach.
Sure.
The same way, like you'll like to take it to like baseball, like everybody is not a first or third base coach, and some base coaches are not anything else besides that. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's not a future manager. Yep. Everyone's not a future hitting coach. Everyone's not. Some are just good at what they do, but it gives you the versatility that if somebody is showing themselves to be more in the future, a Coach DVD, you can at least give him enough to keep him fed until you have a position. Whereas it was kind of hard to keep an analyst back then when they were ready or felt like they were ready, because you couldn't offer them much more. Whereas now you could at least say with a guy, okay, well, we'll give you some more game day duties. Like, I know you want the position. We can't give you that yet. But with this new rule, we can give you more responsibility, practice, and on game day. Whereas back then, it was like you couldn't really, you could just kind of give them more bread. But if your hunger is to grow as a coach, you know what I'm saying? I mean, countless staffs had to lose these analysts over the years that they would have loved to be able to keep in their farm system. So I just think it's good for that. I think it's a good tool to sell young coaches now too. Like, come be an analyst here for 2 years, then we'll see if you're ready. I think it'll just it'll help open up some doors. I think former players too will be able to get into coaching a little bit quicker. With it, because there is that, being an assistant and then having to be an analyst, you still not really get no say so. But at least now, as a young analyst, you get to be out there on game day and stuff. So I think you can just help grow, like Ben said, you can just help grow talent, younger coaching talent faster now, and get them better, more quality reps. I'm interested to see what it does.
So the way I would,
so that is
the way I would look at it, is you have just throwing out numbers, right? Let's say you have 3 analysts per position group, and you evaluate those analysts. Like, obviously, you interview them, see the process, and you see how they work day to day, and you see which one, you know what I'm saying, like which one would be the one to move on, and the other ones will get great experience for the resume and be able to go somewhere else and get great experience. Like, the analyst thing isn't an end all be all, but it could be a great starting point, because you could get a coach from those 3, or you might not, and you wasted whatever, 40, 50 grand. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, I don't know how much they pay analysts. I'm just throwing out numbers. You know what I'm saying? Use that money to see who the next guy could be, just to continue that farm system and that growth. Where are, you know what I'm saying, Hoodie Girls?
You late, CB. I mean, you late, Hoodie.
Yeah.
He's got 3 of them. Somehow they're all unopened though. So I'll be calling. I call Cap on. I'll be calling some bullshit. You ain't eating none of them on the show.
Well,
you got to disappoint Joe.
Well, those are because I was actually waiting for a special occasion to try those, because they're weird. They're like weird.
Okay, the scrambled egg ones.
But if you notice, these are not unopened. There, I have tried them, and they're terrible.
Yeah, the sherbet ones,
Yeah.
no doubt.
Sherbet, yeah, they're fucking terrible. Don't no snacks survive me, bro. There's no open snacks that are still edible. Once I open it, I
They're
eat
gone.
it to completion.
Yeah, as you should. All right, Jay Singh says new rule is adding too many chefs in the kitchen. Continuity I get, but you're already paying position coaches a hefty amount. All right, let's
That's a good
tackle that.
argument.
Poke, what you
I
think?
don't hate that one.
I mean, I wouldn't look at it as adding more chefs to the kitchen. I think you're adding maybe sous chefs and assistants.
Already there.
They're already. I mean, yeah, they're already there. They're just having the ability to actually be on the field during game day now, and instead of sitting up in a booth somewhere and watching a monitor or whatever it is the analysts do. But
Or the locker room.
no,
I don't even know where they are.
I don't think it's gonna do anything as far as paying position coaches. I mean, analysts are still getting paid whatever analysts get paid.
I don't think they're getting a raise, more responsibility.
It's not like a promotion. They're just being allowed to be on the field. Yeah,
but with them not being in a booth somewhere, their opinions will be heard now, though. So that is another chef in the kitchen.
Who's all right? Who's saying that this is gonna happen though? Like just because the rule is there.
Yeah, no, we're all talking about hypotheticals here, but it's a hypothetical that could happen. It could definitely happen. It would have definitely happened with our last setup. That would not have gone well.
The last what setup?
With our last DB coaching setup. This.
Oh yeah, that dynamic, yeah.
So you're gonna. So it is a valid question.
That's
but
part
I
of
do
the
agree with
evaluation
Polk
process,
that
right?
Yes.
I think.
But it is another voice. Like that dude's opinion was not heard by the players or anything during the game, and now it is. So that is a. It is another chef in the kitchen. Maybe not a chef, but like folks said, it's another hand in the kitchen. In the kitchen now.
If you watch the Bear, you understand. If you watch the Bear, you would understand. There's a main chef, and everybody else has completely delineated tasks. Like they're not going to be.
If you watch.
Yeah, hey, I'm just like we talking chefs and shit, right? Like we talking. So I'm just saying, like everybody's gonna have their tasks. I guarantee you, KB is gonna talk with his assistant coach or his analyst. Be like, yo, look, these are what we talk about. These are the parameters we set. Yada yada yada. Like there is gonna be like he's not gonna all of a sudden tell him to run a different route. You know what I'm saying? Like those tasks have to be completely clear than what they're doing. If somebody talking crazy, if somebody coming behind me, be like, yo, nah, man, we doing this now. Like, hold up, man. I'm in charge of this shit right here. What you just popped in. Like, let's chill out. You know, it's gonna be clear and concise with that type of shit, man. I don't think anybody's gonna come in and just walk.
Coaching staffs they have egos, bro. I done been dog. If you don't play with coaches, they beef with each other constantly sometimes, dog.
And they gotta
position
they gotta
rooms,
be
bro.
good. And
I've had my quarterback coach literally be like, I don't know why he called that play. It is another voice on the sideline that will be there. Like it is. Do I think it's going to be a big issue? Nah. Like Polk said, it's not another chef. It's a hand. It's a busboy essentially, not a chef in the kitchen. Like you know what I'm saying? We're talking about someone under a position coach. Like Dawson's not. You know what I'm saying? He's not listening to that regardless.
I think are you sharing bandwidth? I think you and CB are sharing bandwidth because y'all blurry as hell.
Both.
Yeah. I'm always gonna be blurry.
You barely understand anything.
Both of them.
It's a new setup. I'm not quite set up yet. Like I'm not set up at all. I just
hold up. Man.
Keep cutting in and out.
Y'all in the Matrix.
Yeah, they in the Matrix for sure.
I like the new one.
I like the new one. Yeah, it's a great movie. With the way y'all shit in the Matrix. That would be Neo in the Matrix for the record. Matrix, right?
Like it was trash. The coldest movie of all time.
That was rude as shit.
Damn. This man could have called us like the Green Lantern or something. He said the Matrix is fire. Could have called me Sharknado. He said that. I can't do nothing about my internet. I can't do it.
I don't know.
Are we talking to ourselves?
Get rid of Spectrum.
No, modem's downstairs. So it's not. Like I said, this room's not set up yet. It's not set up for me yet. So because there's no modem in this room, it's just picking up the Wi-Fi from downstairs.
Absolutely.
I got you.
Phone's on the Wi-Fi, which probably hurt it.
If y'all got better internet, y'all can talk amongst yourselves while I try to figure it out.
No, you don't need to figure it out. It's been fucked up the whole time. So
your internet has never been.
No.
Let's just continue. Let's just continue, sir.
How bad is this for the viewers then? All right, we've done a solid 50 minutes for a great episode of the You Heard Pod. YouHeardPod.com for all your shirts. All that.
Let's just continue.
Coffee, watch Game of Thrones.
Look, tomorrow, man, isn't somebody committing tomorrow?
Gavin Nix, right?
Who's committing tomorrow, Pope?
Somebody.
Gavin Nix is committing tomorrow.
Numero uno, Mr.
That's
Gavin
who we
Nix.
talking about, CB. That's who we talking about. There ain't nobody else for Poke.
Mr. Gavin Nix. Yes, sir. From IMG
Hey,
Academy.
some people look. Ben is a perfectionist. He has to come. He has to leave and come back.
leave.
Y'all gonna have to deal with this. I'm not perfecting shit. Y'all gonna have to deal with it.
No.
CB he about to tweak his modem.
I took my phone off Wi-Fi. That's the best I got for y'all. I don't know what y'all want from me. That's just all I got.
It's all good, man.
Hey, yo, some people say Gavin Nix is another Corey Flag, man. What do y'all think?
Okay,
hold on.
What do y'all think about that? I'm just saying.
No,
that's a little bigger.
That's what
people are saying.
Nonsense. It's nonsense because people just talking to talk, man. They don't look at anything. That's some old.
Okay, so athletically, Gavin Nix is not the most athletic. He's not the fastest.
He's not Corey Flagg.
He's not Corey Flagg.
He's not the biggest. You know what I mean?
How big is Gavin?
He's not 5'11". He's 6'1". He's probably about 230. He's not. No, it's ridiculous.
Okay, that's man. That's just what I'm hearing out in these streets.
Yeah, I've seen most of those too.
This man 225 built like a whole action figure.
Yeah, facts.
This dude is built like an action figure, and he runs like a running back. He's just as good in coverage as he is in the box. Literally can cover backs and tight ends. He plays at IMG Academy, and he's the quarterback of their defense. What? Who made that comparison?
Talking about what
You
I
also
heard.
DM me so I can unfollow you.
What I heard.
Whoever made that comparison. Let me talk slower because my internet's
in the streets.
Whoever made that comparison, DM me so I can make sure I don't follow you.
No, between him and Melendez, this linebacker class is gonna be stupid. Did you see the recent pictures Marshland put out?
Yeah,
of the improvements he's made.
Great. Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, man.
Athletic as hell too.
Yeah.
Big kid. That's another
super underrated.
Really
I mean, how do you go to Miami Central and win Defensive Player of the Year and then not get any kind of credit for it or get respect for it? I don't know. It's beyond me. But no,
I think you get the Chaminade issue. Sometimes they feel like, oh, it's another one. He overrated. Eventually, they just start saying them kids are overrated just because they go to them schools. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's stupid that they do that, but they do it.
Was Miami. Fellas, how far is Miami? I would assume he's saying from the caliber of Georgia, Oregon, Texas, Bama, and Ohio.
Well, first off, let's get Oregon and Texas the fuck off this list. What are we doing? They are with us. Oregon and Texas are on the list we're on. Let's get them off this list.
Delete.
I guess that means Ohio State. Because if it's the Wildcats, get them off this motherfucker too.
Not the Wildcats.
Hold up. The only two people that should be on this list is Georgia and Bama, son.
Yeah.
If it's Ohio, if it's the Green School, they're on the list of people who want to be on the list we're on. And the list we're on also includes.
Nah, listen. Hold up. I see what he's saying. We see what he's saying. Yes, we do. Stop playing.
Stop. Are we saying who got the best visit pictures? Yes, we all these schools got the dopest visit pictures.
Ohio State has won at least 10 games like every year for the last fucking 20
and he's
games.
Still finna get fired.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Oregon is now starting to look like something.
They on the list with us.
Texas is now starting to look like something.
They on the list of the motherfuckers who might be. They on the might be list. You got them in here with Nick Saban.
All right, let's talk about Georgia and Bama.
That's the list.
How far
That's
is from the caliber of Georgia and Bama?
We're talking about dynasties at this point, though, right? I mean, Georgia is
basically. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of sustainability you don't see ahead of time. As much as people like to project it, you can't project sustainability. And what Bama and Georgia have done is sustainability with their recruiting, with their culture. So it's hard to say. You need a team that's already winning to say how far are they from a dynasty. We're talking about teams that are trying to have that first season to lead into this might be something.
Yeah,
you're hella far from a dynasty. You know what I'm saying?
We were talking about this before you jumped on, I think, but I think the trajectory, like this year 3, if we win the ACC, 10 ACC, recruiting is already crazy, but it's not as crazy as it will be if we win 10, 11, the ACC. If you keep that going, because like we know Mario's not going anywhere. Coach Cristobal's not going in. He's going to be here. So if that ball starts to roll this year, like we think it will be, then year 4, year 5, I could see it starting to happen that year. Because you still have to knock off these people. You know what I mean? You still got to knock off people. Just winning the ACC is not enough for whatever conference.
You need to win a ring before you start asking, okay, well, how far are they away from doing what Georgia or Bama has done?
Yeah.
You gotta have a ring.
It's not just conference championships. And
we gotta have that conversation after you win your first natty. You win that first natty, we had the conversation the day after that.
Yeah, there's been plenty of teams who win 10 games a year and they just fucking win 10 games. Like,
I mean,
we want to be that.
If we're talking talent and roster acquisitions, I think we're right there. But we got to start. We've got to start stacking wins though to make those recruiting classes mean something. Once the wins start stacking, then you can start bringing in that conversation of being on that caliber.
Joe said it before the show, right? It comes down to the field now. Like that, everything, all the recruiting, everything's already been done. Now it's wins and losses. 904 Hurricane brings up the blue chip ratio. Blue chip ratio for Miami in 2019 was 51%, Florida 53%, so on and so forth. 61, 63. Both teams have exactly 10% more blue chips now, which is basically equals to 6 more blue chips players on the roster now. Yeah, that's gonna keep growing. But
look, you see this. And Georgia has a 90% blue chip ratio.
That's how far.
We're not fucking close. It's not close. It's not close.
Walked off.
Because the first 22 is beautiful. But then the second 22 and the third 22. That's where Georgia kills everybody.
And also
we're talking about established. We're talking about a dynasty here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is misleading because this is a lot of this is our youngest players are the blue chips, our freshmen and sophomores, right? Like that's what they grade out as blue chip players. So you think that you see this like, oh, Mario trash, he's only winning with 61%. He got 61% blue chips, but can't win games. 61% is freshmen and sophomores might be guys that haven't even seen the field yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a factor in that too. So yeah, man. Angry, I've got to put this up. Angry has OSU has all those wins and no championship, ranks to show for it. So does it really matter?
Because they're in the hunt for it every year. They have that opportunity to get there. That's why kids want to go to a winning program that has established themselves as getting wins. They're putting themselves in position to get to that national championship. Whereas
they're in the
playoffs. Facts. Whereas Miami we haven't done that in 20 plus years. So
everybody swear they don't want to be the Bills until your ass with the Cleveland Browns and you wish you had the Bills.
Yeah. Facts.
Nobody wants to finish second. But trust me, it's much more fun finishing second than staying your ass at the crib.
That's CB, Juan. CB says we're going to win by 3 touchdowns.
20. He says 20.
All right, so three scores.
By 20.
3 touchdowns. So that's CB with the Kool-Aid. I'm not on that train.
It's a prediction, and it's an honest one. Canes by 20.
Okay. Yeah.
Canes by 20.
Oh, it is.
I think he froze.
Glad he froze. I'm glad.
I don't know if
I froze.
Canes by 35.
That's
Jay.
Canes by 30. So that'd be a hell of a bet, Jay. That'd be a hell of a bet. You take. I don't even know what the spread is yet. Is there a spread out for that game?
I think Canes are fit. There isn't. I thought
the spread says Florida's cheeks. We're spreading their cheeks. That's the spread for this game.
Relax.
Spread the cheeks.
Relax.
Spread cheeks. All right, 1-1 CB on a serious note. There's a level to this. The reason we are even there to talk was because Mario's influence in recruiting. Rick Flair once said, to be the man, you got to beat the man, which is Georgia and Bama. That's the man, right?
Yeah, there is levels. And obviously, Mario is a fantastic recruiter. He still does not beat either one of them in recruiting. So yes, you have to beat the man, and we have not done that in any phase. Let's keep
not consistently.
I'm the most Kool-Aid drinking motherfucker. No, as a class overall, we haven't beaten them. Since Mario's come in, he hasn't had a better class than either one. Is he beating them on players? Yeah, and we probably should have had another one last year that they stole from them.
Yep.
Running back up there.
Running back. Yep.
He didn't even ask to play with. That's a whole different situation. Look, I love everything the staff does, and I do believe we can fight for every recruit that we have that has interest in us. But the question was, how far are we from Georgia and Bama? And look up at the moon, and that's your answer. Until you win a ring, you're not even in space. You're still on Earth until you win a ring. You got to win a ring first.
The spread is 3.5. Oh, Miami favorite. Yeah, Miami favorite.
I want a shirt that says the spread is cheap for this game. That's what I want.
I'll make one for you. You'll be the only one with it. Miami's favorite by 3 points. The best coming in 2.5. Is the ceiling 11-1? Canes get live 99 ask. Is the ceiling?
Nah,
ceiling's always 12-0.
The ceiling's undefeated. Yeah,
whether we get to the ceiling or not is the question. Yeah.
But what's the floor? Like
that's the question.
Is it 10?
Floor is 10 for me. Floor is 10. Anything 9 and 4 with this schedule. 9 and 4 with this schedule would be hard. Yeah. Nah, I don't. Because you're not even making an ACC championship game.
I'm gonna have to say 10 is the floor.
The floor? Is he asking expectation or reality? Because the expectation for me, the floor is 8 to 9, probably 9. The reality is,
I would say 9.
The floor is 7.
I would say 9. Yeah,
I can't see 7 happening. If that does happen, then there has to be something done because that's not right. Like,
yeah, I agree.
That's not right.
We should have been at. We should have hit 9 last year. We should have hit 9 last year. And you saw what shit happened. So
exactly.
But that
3.
that doesn't. Last year doesn't mean anything towards this year.
It really doesn't. Got a whole new situation.
I hope not.
I hope not. 3.
Oh,
no, I'm just saying we were saying these same things last year, and you saw what happened. So we said the same things again, and it could happen again. That's the comparison I was making.
That's what I'm saying. The floor to me is
9 for me.
We've seen them make small improvements every year, right? So we won 7 games last year. To me, the floor is 8. If you look at the trajectory,
so floor is 8. What's your ceiling?
10,
12.
I think they go 10 and 2. I think they go 10 and 2.
Poke, what's your ceiling?
11.
Joe?
Undefeated.
Yeah.
Listen,
that's one of those.
What's ill is we can see undefeated, but we can also see seven wins. Son. Like it's such a big ass range. It's ridiculous what could happen. If the offense gives us 38 to 41 points a game, there's nothing that's undefeated. That's undefeated, fam. If you give me 40 points a game, that's undefeated. If Cam Ward gives me number 9 from last season, then
7 and 5.
Then we have 8.
Then we have 7. Then we have 7. Because if you go back, look back and look at the stats. Go back and look at the stats. We were a team last year that didn't turn the ball over. We didn't get a lot of turnovers, and we turned the ball over a lot. That was it. Like look at every match.
On the other side, if DB or if DP or Damari get hurt, what happens?
Barbecue, nigga. What you mean?
If both of them get hurt,
barbecue chicken. 4th of July, fireworks.
Oh man!
But they're young, so it is. So young talent at DB gets cooked. Is what happens. Until they figure it out. It's what it is.
Yeah,
my thing is,
safeties though. You're gonna have to move safeties over.
Until
the
we
safeties
see
got less experience too, though.
Yep.
Barbecue.
Barbecue. No, it's that's when it gets real dark. That's
you got to rely on the defense to keep you in 3rd and longs, man, and get to the quarterback. You know what I mean?
The only thing stopping me from saying that I see an undefeated possibility on this team is, first off, I need to actually see some proof that this offense will be created. That's number 1. Number 2,
game 1.
We're still thin in the secondary. I still don't know how the safeties are even going to gel. We're happy with the bodies, but we don't know if they'll gel together and play well together. We have no idea. None.
Mm-hmm.
We know that the leader and the one that I think is the best is Mish. And, not for nothing, X gives that a lot of people fits, but X gave our DBs fits this spring. I think that's our weakness. Is if we face the guy like X, I think we have no answer for that. I don't think we have an answer right now for a slot guy that where the offense can run through him like a tail, like a X.
You gotta beat his ass up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we got that yet. Unless Amari can come super early. We got a super early roll lead head ass. Bring him down.
I don't know. The only thing we can hope for is one of these young kids surprise the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, and I think that'll happen.
Or you slide Damari, like if you got a slot that's killing, you put Richard outside, you slide Damari inside.
I think Zay is gonna be that guy in the secondary, man. That's that guy. Yeah, I think he's gonna be that guy in the secondary, man. Early. You know what I mean?
Give him the star. Give him to Corey Couch's role last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clark. You dude from was it St. Thomas? The corner play also safety
Ryan Mack.
Ryan Mack locked on everybody in the All-Star games. I mean, the quality of players we're getting is different. But I know, super late. That's the problem with that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It goes right over CB's face. Scan for merch, man. Y'all make sure, you know what I'm saying? We got caught up in the conversation. Didn't even hit it once. But yeah, man, make sure y'all scan that for merch, man. YouHeardPodcast.com. Y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all. Y'all got anything else before we wrap it up?
The list.
Look for
Let me know everyone that's committing next week. It's a couple
commit
committing next week. Right?
Big commit week.
Look for some commits this week, man. And
July
starting
1st.
tomorrow, we got Gavin Nix announcing. We got somebody's announcing on the 3rd. Coleman's announcing quarterback. Darion Coleman announcing on the 3rd.
And Mr. Stubbs on the 4th.
Stubbs is announcing on the 4th.
ACB, what do you think about Hilton Drake Stubs? What are your
take us out with that, CB.
Real quick, hold on. Before CB talks for 37 minutes and the show goes you know what I'm saying, in the sequence.
We're gonna hit 2 hours for sure.
We're gonna have to play the wrap-up music, son.
Yeah, I'm gonna just have to hit it. That's just how we're gonna end it.
Yeah. I had to stop talking about it so much. I was like, his parents gonna say something.
I'm very surprised that he already set a date. I'll say like after just decommitting,
I was
like giving I thought there would be CB's not. I thought that would be like, you know what I'm saying, like August 31st, like right after, right? Like I thought it would kind of be around that time. I'm very surprised that it's already happening.
You know where you going though. Ain't no reason to wait. Ain't no reason to wait. The storm don't wait for nobody.
You going to Gainesville then? That's what you're saying? You going to Gainesville?
I'm gonna wait for him. What?
That's what you're saying.
What, the game? He going for the game. He going to watch the game. He going for bait. I know he like to fish. He going to get some bait up there, some gator bait for fishing. Ain't nobody going to game for nothing for real. Nobody going up there for what? Huh?
All right, give us a quick breakdown of Hilton Drake Stubs, man.
He's got Sean Taylor's arms. He like he's got those kind of arms that if he stands, he could probably scratch his kneecaps if he's just standing there. But the range is incredible.
Allen
Iverson. He's built. He comes from the mold of those safeties that are built like receivers. That DJ Pickett mold of guys that are like receivers. Drake is a former receiver and has the ball skills. The only reason he don't play receiver at Mandarin is because Jamie French. Like they not, you know what I'm saying? He literally said he was like, I like playing receiver, but then they had Jamie, so he was like, I'll just play DB, dog. But probably the most instinctual safeties in the class. I currently think he's the best safety. I know people think DJ Pickett is a better safety. I think DJ Pickett's a better athlete. I do not think he's a better safety than Stubbs. Big hitter when it comes to the run. He is a hit. He's one of those dudes that he's an extra linebacker. They play him in the box. They bring him coming off the edge. Literally can bump down and play corner as well. When he goes to these camps, he competes at the corner. He don't compete as a safety. He competes as a corner. Gets in the face of every. You see him at these rival camps with Darnell Brown and Cortez Mills. He playing corner against them just like every other corner at the camp. So he has that versatility. He got that just dog in him. He's one of those football players, and he's the quarterback of his defense. Truly the quarterback of his defense. I'll tell you a quick story. They were playing. I forgot who they're. Maybe they were playing Milton. I think it was a playoff game. But we watching. Me and Steph were watching the game, and I was chopping it up with him after the game. I usually if I'm watching one of them, I'll just tell him like, good game, blah blah blah. So I'm was chopping up with him in the game, and I was like, hey, I think you had a good game. I don't know because I ain't see you. If you watch Mandarin play football, they play him single high. They play this kid 35 yards off the ball. He has that kind of range. He's not in frame. He's on every play. He has that kind of range to where this dude plays literal center field. I'm talking out of frame and breaks on everything. He's that good. He's that instinctual. For me, my two safeties I wanted the most in this class was Bryce Fitzgerald and Hilton Drake Stubs. I think they're the two of the most instinctual safeties you can have. just elite ball skills. And they're both really good against the run. I'd say Drake is probably a little bit tougher against the run, a little bit more physical. If you're building a safety on Madden, bro, you build Drake Stubs. That's the best way I can describe it. On NCAA 25,
we still could be getting both, correct?
Mm-hmm. We got a good shot at both of them too.
I would hope Bryce, right out of his visit, he was saying that he treated like royalty. He said he'd never been treated like that in his entire life. And obviously they both come from Raw. Fantastic 7-on-7 program. They both programs. Bryce comes from Columbus. As a matter of fact, they played each other in the state championship game last year. Columbus and Mandarin. It was a fantastic game. You actually got to see Drake cover Bryce a lot in that game, so it was pretty cool too. But yeah, to me, he is the best safety in this class. He's to me probably the most all-around DB in the class. I call him DB1 just because I believe that, not just because he was potentially going to be a Cane. Well, he signed to USC. I said the same thing consistently. He's the best DB in the class. It don't matter where he signed. That opinion don't change. And just from a personal perspective, he's a really good young man, like smart kid. Take care of business. Don't take the game for granted. To me, best player in the class. He was my number one on my board.
Yep.
For I don't know, about a year and a half. I can't pretend he wasn't just because he committed somewhere else. I've been saying it since I 25 rankings that Drake Stubs is at the top. You've been saying this since the beginning. And y'all gonna hear the same thing about Aaron Gregory. Aaron Gregory is number one in 2026. But yeah, I've held 10 toes down on that DB1. I know DJ Pickett is special. DJ Pickett is a special football player. Drake Stubs is a special safety.
All right. Yeah. That's what's up.
That's all we got, hopefully, man. Appreciate y'all so much, man.
Commitment, man. Hopefully hopefully. It still wake me up in December, though.
Nothing changes. Appreciate y'all so much, man. 126 in here. Comments are crazy. Appreciate y'all so much, man. Till next time. Peace. And Flo will have a show tonight. And I'll be for the culture. We'll be on tomorrow. We out of here. Peace.
Well, that's it. I really hope you enjoyed it. We had a ball making it. Thank you very much.